Hello and welcome to the first ever event of Quack's Marble Clash, Funnel Endurance. I am, of course, Quack, if you weren't already aware from the qualifier, and here you can see the example team, the Seashells, giving us a demonstration. Those of us who saw the qualifier will already be aware how this works, but 2 heats of 8 teams will race down the course, and the top 4 that stay in the longest will advance. Here we go with Heat 1. There's several notable teams from the qualifier in here, including the Snapping Turtles, who currently hold the record for the best time, but here we go. It looks like the Purple Flames, Slush Rush, several others are already falling through into the second funnel. It is fittingly the Snapping Turtles and the Chili Peppers who will stay in the longest in that first funnel. We already have some dropping through into the third now. It's a very tight battle for third place, now second place, but the Chili Peppers will hold on. The Purple Flames are still struggling, along with the Slush Rush and Rhapsody in blue, and it looks like the Checkmates trying to fend off the Stone Golems, a challenge for third place there. Of course, the positions won't change quite as much until we get into the orange funnels, which is where comebacks can really be made. Slush Rush will be the first ones into the orange funnels. Rhapsody in blue will join them, but the Purple Flames will be the ones who drop through next. The Chili Peppers still trying to get past the Snapping Turtles, but it's just not happening. Stone Golems have made it into third place. Meanwhile, they will be one of the last of that big pack to fall into the orange funnels. And meanwhile, we've got a couple contenders now dropping through. It looks like Rhapsody in blue will drop through first. An unfortunate end to their first event. The Purple Flames will do the same. And the Terror Titans and Checkmates fighting to stay alive to advance to the final, and it will not happen for the Terror Titans. Will it come for the Checkmates? Ooh, no. The Stone Golems almost shoved them aside, but didn't quite get there in time. The Stone Golems will narrowly advance. Slush Rush will as well. They made quite a comeback in the orange funnels there. And now the battle is on for the win of the heat. The win of the heat doesn't actually count for anything, except for bragging rights, but it looks like the Snapping Turtles will hold on and take the win. They dominated pretty much all the way from the start. They definitely earned that heat win there. They will advance alongside the Chili Peppers, Slush Rush, and Stone Golems. A 143.15 won that heat, which is not too shabby of a time. As we head into Heat 2 now, several more of the teams. We'll see which of these 4 will advance as we begin. It looks like, the Wave Breakers. This is their first ever competition here in their hosting stadium in Coral Cove, and they're already off to a pretty great start. They're staying there with the Stingrays and the Ivy League in that top funnel, but it's the Stingrays who will hold on the longest. And we saw last time the team that got ahead in the first funnel ended up winning the entire heat, so perhaps the Stingrays will be able to hold on the same way. Meanwhile, the Red Rockets are on the opposite end. They're already falling through into that 4th funnel, now quickly closing in on the 5th. It's not looking good for them. As the Wave Breakers now get by the Ivy League, they're in 2nd place now, but there's still much to play for. Those two are still well ahead of the King Crabs, who are also in an advancing position at the moment, as the Red Rockets have already gotten into the orange funnels. The Loaves of Bread are there as well, but they're still a funnel or so ahead. Positrons drop through, the Honeybees now as well. Now the fans are absolutely going nuts. The Wave Breakers trying to take the lead here from the Stingrays. Doesn't look like it's going to happen in this funnel as they drop through now. And wow, the Red Rockets have already finished the course. I can't imagine that will beat the Rhapsody in blue time, and the Honeybees fall through as well. Loaves of Bread now also. The battle is on for the last advancing spot, though the Ivy League and Positrons very close, but will be the Ivy League who hold on longer. They will most likely take 4th in this heat and advance. Meanwhile, the Wave Breakers looking like they're going to come through in 3rd, and while I wasn't paying attention, the King Crabs have taken the lead, though they lose it through that penultimate funnel, and the Stingrays will take the win, not quite as dominantly as the Snapping Turtles, but still an excellent win from another aquatic team over the King Crabs, Wave Breakers, and Ivy League as we head into the final now. Well, of course, first we get to see the results of the bottom half. The Positrons will get the best of the rest with 9th place. That will award them 7 valuable points. Now, let's head into the final. Who will take the win? The Stingrays and Snapping Turtles were the 2 teams that won the respective heats. We'll see if they're the major contenders, or perhaps they've exhausted their energy. The Wave Breakers are the first ones to drop through. The fans are not going to be thrilled about that one. But it looks like it'll be the Ivy League and the Chili Peppers who stay in the longest. Both of those two we saw had earlier success in the heats. Perhaps they'll be able to hold on. The Wave Breakers making a good comeback, getting around a few of the other teams trying to make a charge, but the Snapping Turtles also trying to get into that lead battle, but the Ivy League hold on to it. Stingrays, meanwhile, falling through very quickly, perhaps exhausted their energy. They pretty much had no time to wait between winning that last heat and re-racking for this one, so the Snapping Turtles, meanwhile, have taken second, and the Chili Peppers have fallen a couple of positions. It looks like the Wave Breakers are now contending for that third place spot, but they do lose it, and the first one into the orange funnels will be the Slush Rush once again. We saw their excellent comeback in the first heat. Perhaps they will be able to repeat it, but it's already looking like they will. They got past the Stingrays. They almost got past the Stone Golems. Now they're falling through a few more. Meanwhile, back at the top, it's still the Ivy League, Snapping Turtles, and Chili Peppers, but the Chili Peppers fall into the orange funnels and now look like they're going to get passed by a couple of other marbles as the Slush Rush are getting close to the end. It's not looking good for them or the Stone Golems. And the first one to fall through will be the Stone Golems. The Slush Rush not too far behind, but the Wave Breakers have now taken the lead. The home fans are close. Oh my goodness, it's a very close battle. Briefly had 4 marbles and 1 funnel. It's going to be very tight for the gold here. The Snapping Turtles now find themselves in the lead once again. Wave Breakers come through. They will not take gold. The Chili Peppers come through in 4th. Ivy League will take the bronze. And ooh, it was very close for the gold there, but the Snapping Turtles will hold on to take the first gold of the season. Fiddler, the captain of the King Crabs, will come in 2nd place. Jewelweed, the Ivy League, come in 3rd. And there's your podium. Yertle of the Snapping Turtles can celebrate with the first ever gold of Quack's Marble Clash. And there you can see the results of that. The Positrons, as we mentioned earlier, got best of the rest, but the Snapping Turtles will be coming away with 25 valuable points to begin the season. Of course, the standings just match the results for now, but as always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next event, the Water Race.